The hardest part of leading managers isn't fixing their mistakes. It's realizing they're solving the wrong problems altogether. Your business feels stuck, not because people aren't working hard, but because they're diagnosing shallow. They're acting fast, but not looking deep. They get buried, not by laziness, but by urgency. They're buried under dashboard noise, task lists, and meetings that keep the engine running but never move the business forward. This week, we unpacked how real problems hide, even from good people doing their best work, and how, as a leader, you have to train your team to stop fixing fast and start thinking sharp. In this week's content snapshot, we looked at Confessions of a Business Owner, the story of a team fixing symptoms instead of systems. Straight to the point. Surface problems feel easier to fix, but root issues drive growth. Our podcast, where we covered 4 blind spots that keep problems hidden: time traps, team misalignment, tool misuse, and trust leaks. And then yesterday's walk and talk, where everything looks fine, but momentum is still off. From a strategic point, solving surface problems makes your team feel productive, but solving root problems makes your business unstoppable. Your role as a leader isn't to have all the answers, but to ask the sharper questions. Asking questions like, what's the real friction here? What's been normalized that shouldn't be? And the big question, are we solving to relieve pressure or to build momentum? In order to get empowerment going, you need to train your managers to think diagnostically, not reactively, to build processes that force a second look before action, and to create review steps that help your leaders zoom out before they zoom in. Remember, reward strategic patience over tactical frenzy. Now, for a pro tip, start a weekly internal rhythm called What Are We Really Solving? Let teams bring their issues, but force each one to be reframed as a root issue and not just the surface symptom. You'll see amazing things happen that you've never seen before and get new ways to approach problems much faster. So, what happened in business this week? Well, Google ad suspensions are making the headlines. It's easy to blame platform rules or poor performance, but most suspensions come from offer misalignment, landing pages that say one thing, ad text that says another. Sound familiar? Also, there's a major backlash on AI hiring tools. A lot of the responses and resume filters save time but damage the reputation of the company. And applicants are going public with rejection stories. Efficiency without empathy backfires. Also, cyber attacks on small businesses are climbing again. Many small SMBs think they're too small to target, but remember, all you are on the internet is an IP address, and ransomware is now automated. If your IT hygiene is lax, you're at risk. And finally, Shopify's spike in user churn reveals a neglected user experience. Too many features, not enough clarity. A classic buried problem where leaders watch conversion rates while users quietly disengage. In our strategic wrap up and what's next, this week we saw how solving the wrong problems keeps your business stuck. But often the reason we miss the real issue is simple: we're just too busy. Now, busy feels productive, but it's not strategic. And if you're not careful, a calendar full of motion becomes a business starved of momentum. That's where we're headed next week. I'm Randy, and thank you for joining me for the Entrepreneur's Weekly Recap.